Hey everyone, really quick video about mast plate bolt length. Now this is very important so you don't damage your equipment or not have a long enough bolt and lose your very expensive foiling equipment. So different boards have different foil tracks in them and they can be different depths. And they can also have the T-nuts positioned at different places, and foil brands can also have different thickness of top plate. So at Foil Drive for the Assist Max, we provide 80mm long bolts in both M8 and M6, and these are the ones that are out of the bags here, so they come standard in the kit. Now, if you have a board with deep tracks or shallow tracks or thick or thin top plates, you might need different length bolts. So the quick and dirty way that I do this is I grab my full complete system and lay it down over the tracks. Now this needs to have the box, the mast, and all that stuff all pre-aligned. It does also include the external patch antenna if you're using that. In this case, I'm not using the external antenna. So I line everything up and I use my driver. I put it all the way down until it hits the very bottom of the mast track. I then get my finger and I put it flush against the top of the top plate and I pull it out. Now I have a length of the total distance from the top plate to the bottom of the track. I grab my standard bolt and I position it against my finger like this, and if the driver is longer than the bolt, it means that the bolt is not going to hit the bottom of the track, which is good. But if the driver is significantly longer, so more than say 5mm longer than the bolt, it means that the bolt might not be long enough to get to your T-nut. So what you're really aiming for is the driver should be a couple of millimeters longer. You can also verify that you're getting enough thread into your T-nut by properly lining up your box and the holes on your mast and everything over the top of the T-nut. Then take the bolt that you think you need based on the previous test and you slide it down, and then just do 1 or 2 threads until the bolt is actually engaged in the T-nut, and then that shows you how much thread you are actually going into your T-nut. If this bolt was only just sitting 1 or 2mm above the top plate and it was almost all the way down, that means you only have 1 or 2mm of thread going into your T-nut and you're at risk of losing the whole foil system from your board. It must engage all the way through the full depth of your T-nut, and this is how you can verify that as well. If you do need longer bolts, we have available 85mm long bolts for the Max in both M8 and M6. We also have shorter M8 and M6 75mm bolts. Again, the standard bolt for a Max is 80mm. We do also have available M7 bolts for the Armstrong Performance masts. If we have a slim, the standard bolt is 60, so the short ones are 55s and the long ones are 65s. So with those 2 quick tips of measuring the total depth and what bolt you need, and then how many threads are going into your T-nut, you should be well secure and well safe to use your foil drive gear with whatever board and foil you choose.